This is my intermediate algebra course. Today you're going to take the third test of the course. In the previous class, we did a practice test together, and I gave you a practice test for homework. Don't take this test unless you've completed those practice tests. Some students will say, well, I don't know if I'm ready for the test, but what I'll do is I'll take the test, and if I fail it, then I'll know that I wasn't ready. Well, that doesn't work. I'm only going to write one of these tests, so this is your opportunity to show that you know the material. If you fail it, then that proves that you don't know the material, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. I don't care how long it takes you to take the test. As I mentioned in the previous class, it may take you an hour or 5 hours, but just be aware that in school, for a test like this, you wouldn't be allowed more than maybe 2 hours, and even that is not typical. You'd be allowed maybe an hour and a half. If you want to take a break halfway through the test, that's okay. The important thing is that you're not using the internet or any notes or anything. You have to do this from your memory. You are allowed a calculator, as we mentioned in the practice tests. Just don't use your calculator to solve the problem for you. Just use the calculator at the very end to come up with an approximation for your logarithms. And of course, we mentioned your answer should not have fraction exponents, zero exponents, first power exponents, or negative exponents. And you don't have to write the Roman numerals of the exponent rules or logarithm rules that you use. So clear off your desk, and you should have no internet, no phone, only a calculator. You can use the calculator on your phone, but don't go on the internet or use any other thing on your phone. No help from any textbooks or anybody else. This should be from your memory. So here's screenshot number 1 of the test. And screenshot number 2, and screenshot number 3, and number 4, and number 5, and number 6. So go ahead and take this test. Again, you should have nothing on your desk except a pencil, paper, and a calculator, and the test in front of you. You may need your phone just to look at the actual test, or a computer, but don't go on the internet or anything like that. So take the test. You can use a timer if you want to figure out how long it's going to take you to finish the test. That'll kind of give you an idea of your speed. And pause the video, and when you're done with the test, come back to this point in the video, push play, and we'll talk about how to score your test. So go ahead and take the test right now and pause the video. Okay, we're back. You should be done with the test. Don't just look at the answers and write them down in the test, because obviously that doesn't do anything. So don't look at these answers before you finish the test, but here are the answers. Get a screenshot of that. And so now we're going to talk about how to score the test. This test does not have problems with multiple parts. At least I don't remember. There might be a few problems. Well, every problem on this test is just one part, so you don't really have to worry about number 2 on this list. Your answer should have rectangles around them, and of course you need to show your work. Now remember, your answers cannot have fraction exponents, negative exponents, zero power, first power exponents. We talked about that. And in some of these problems, you are required to round Make sure that you rounded properly. And of course, write the name, the date, the course title. If you didn't do that, then you need to subtract some points. So these are basic guidelines on how to score your test. Go ahead and score your test. And when you come back, and be aware that you may have to use your own common sense when it comes to scoring the test. That's the best we can do in the format that we have in this course. But go ahead and score the test, and when you come back, we'll talk about how to grade the test. So pause the video, and when you're done scoring, you can push play in this video at this point. Okay, we're back. So you should have scored your test. You should have a number from 0 to 100. If you scored 90 to 100, then that's very, very good. Excellent. If you scored 80 to 89, then that's very good, but there's a few things that you need to work on. And if you scored 70 to 79, that's good, but there's quite a few things that you need to work on. And anything below 70, that means that you probably didn't study enough. 99% of the time, it just means that you didn't know what you were doing. You have to do a lot of these problems in order to be fluent in this math. And if you looked at a problem and didn't really know how to solve it, I mean, you should be able to just look at these problems and immediately know what to do. If you're not at that point, then it means you just haven't studied enough. So we're at we're 3/4 of the way through this course. So if you're consistently scoring in the red, then that means that you need to change your study habits, because you're not going to make it through this course. If you scored in the green, then good job. I'm proud of you. And we're now going to go on to the last part of the course, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next class.